Today I'm going to show you how to solve a system of equations from a word problem. We're going to learn 3 ways to solve it: substitution, elimination, and finally, graphing. Here's our word problem. Larry has a lot of cats and dogs. 5 times the number of cats minus 1 is the number of dogs he has. The number of cats plus twice the number of dogs is 13. How many cats and dogs does Larry have? So these are the equations that we have. 5 times the number of cats. Cats is y, so I'm going to write that. Cats is y minus 1 equals the number of dogs. So dogs is x. And then we have the number of dogs plus 2, the number of cats, equals 13. And those are the equations.
I am going to show you how to solve a system of equations using elimination. First, you have to line up the common variables. So y lines up with y, 1 with 13, and x with x. So I start by adding 1 to this side over here. So it's 5y equals x plus 1. And then this doesn't line up with this quite yet, so I'm going to minus x from both sides on this equation. So it's 2y equals negative x plus 13. So now I add it, and negative x plus negative x cancel each other out, so those just get crossed out. 13 plus 1 is 14. 2 plus 5 is 7, so 7y equals 14. Divided by 7, y equals 2. And then I'm going to plug in y to the first equation. So it's 5 times 2 plus 1 equals x. And this is actually going to be minus 1. So it's 10 minus 1 equals x. And then x equals 9.
I'm going to show you how to solve a system of equations using graphing. Before we can actually graph the equations, we have to put them in the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to start with the first equation. I'm going to add 1 to both sides to put it in the right place. So then we will have 5y equals x plus 1. So that one's almost right. And then I'm going to take away x from this equation to put that in the right place. So then we will have 2y equals negative x plus 13. So we can't have multiple y. It has to be just normal y. So we have to divide everything by 2 in this one. So then we will have y equals negative 1 over 2 x plus 6.5. So it's 6.5. And then this one you have to divide everything by 5. So we will have y equals 1 over 5x plus 1 over 5. So now that we actually have the right equations, we can graph it on this graph over here. So I'm going to write the equations up here. So we have y equals 1 over 5x plus 1 over 5. And then we have y equals negative 1 over 2x plus 6.5. So each of these are the y-intercept, which means where the line goes through on this part of the graph. So I'm going to start with the top equation. So 1/5. So that is about here, I'm going to guess. Yeah, about here. So I'm going to plot that point. And then the slope is 1 over 5. So that means you go up 1, about like that, and then over 5. Boom. So we're going to go up 1, about here, and then over 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's about here. And then this top one, or bottom one, the y intercept is 6.5. So we're going to go up here to 6.5, right here, perfectly on a line. So then that's a negative slope. So you go down 1 over 2. So down 1 over 1, 2. So now I'm going to take my ruler and draw the lines. Start with this one. And just draw a line straight through. So, we are just about done. And then we have to take this one and just like that. This graph won't be perfect, but it'll be pretty close. So it's 9 and just underneath 2 because my graphing skills are not quite correct.
I'm going to show you how to solve a system of equations using substitution. In this problem, x equals 5y minus 1. And there's x here, so you can substitute it in. So 5y minus 1 plus 2y equals 13. So you can add 1 to both sides and add the two common same variables together. So it's 7y equals 13 plus 1, 14. Then you divide it by 7 on both sides, and y equals 2. Then to find x, you substitute y in for one of these. So I'm going to do the top one. So 5 times 2 minus 1 equals x. So it's 10 minus 1 equals x. X equals 9.